Thanks for tuning in, and welcome to this week's movie review of Reno 911. As far as the casting for this movie, the only way you can really lose points is to not have the actors from the TV show itself in the movie. When it comes to humor, it does have some pretty funny moments. I'd liken this a little bit to Super Troopers. This movie, for those who don't know, has some pretty crude humor. Not something you want to watch with mom and pop. Definitely don't bring the kiddies. Although I did think Super Troopers was a much funnier movie. As far as the plot goes, does it really matter? Seriously. This kind of movie is all about the gags. The plot is just an excuse to create a timetable for about 5% of the movie. I think this type of movie, trying to make too much of a plot, can actually hurt the film and not help it. The movie does move along at a pretty good pace. Comedies tend to be fairly short in comparison to other types of films. The story is really just a vehicle for the gags. But I will say that I did like this movie more than I expected. I have not watched the show on Comedy Central, so I'm not familiar with the stories that may come from the show that tied in, to the film itself. I will say the ending was pretty good. Make sure you stay in your seats for the clips during the credits. The bit with the cops trying to figure out how the water bomb works at the end is priceless. Overall, I would say it's a pretty funny movie. If you really like crude humor, this movie might be for you. I would not recommend this movie, unless I knew you like some South Park or American Pie type humor. It's no Something About Mary, but it does have a few laughs to make it worthwhile. I give Reno 911 2 stars. If you would like to submit a movie, email me at mrblacksmoviereviews@hotmail.com. Stop by each week to see videos on movie reviews, the box office top 10, DVD releases, the flop of the week, and I go over user reviews and comments. Subscribe to this channel, and you may be able to save time and money from seeing the wrong movie.